don't see the political posts. I see the positive quotes. And then I started writing them down in a journal, and I would go back to that journal all the time when I needed that positive energy. And that, I mean, I give journals away all the time. I'm actually designing journals now because I just love it. I
Really?
want, yeah, just with positive. Right now they're just on Amazon of like the, paperback versions of
Wait,
it.
hold on. We can go to Amazon.com.
Yes.
And look up the Sarah.
Well, they'll be under Inner Garden.
Inner Garden.
Inner Garden LLC journals, but
Which is the NLP
yes
business that you started.
Yes, it's called the Inner Garden Center for the Mind, Body, and Soul.
So anybody can go online and find these.
Yes.
And if we had our visual display, we would be showing that right now, but let's move forward.
Okay.
Quarantine shut down your performances as they did for myself and mostly everybody. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right. But
beautiful.
Beautifully.
Yeah.
Beautifully tragic. But still, it's awesome.
It is.
And if you can find that, that's sort of the Buddhism.
Right.
That I get from Buddhism.
Yeah.
Also the mindfulness. And the self, but that can go all day talking about that.
Right.
But performances got shut down for you. But I would really want to go back to when you first started performing, because I noticed a couple things as I psychoanalyzed your entire life yesterday.
That was available online.
Caffeinated,
right?
Yeah. So, but I saw that your first gig was in retirement homes.
Yes.
For the elderly people, which I think we should be always on. I think in this country we do not honor our elders enough.
I agree.
How's that for an opinion, Trevor? He says I need to say more opinions. You said that too. Both of you guys have separately told me I need to say, I think we need to honor our elders better.
Yes.
We push them to the side too fast. What's up, America? Anyway, you went and played music for them.
I still do.
Still do. And is that why? And you love how classy, and they talk about the 20s, the 30s, and they wear a lot of jewelry. Is that where you got your jewelry style from?
No.
Are you feeling that class just shining through? And you're like, I'm gonna garner all this jewelry to represent Victorian
style. You're talking about my jewelry here. This isn't really Victorian style. These are more of my.
But in your press photos, you got a lot of jewelry on. Is that your steez, right?
You know, when I first started, I wore a lot of vintage dresses. I would go to these little tiny places wherever I was living in Texas. There was a really cool little shop, and I would buy these old vintage dresses, and I would dress up in them, and I would look like a 1940s, one of the places were like, you're like this 1940s movie star, and our residents just love you so much. And then I would plug into backing tracks and sing 1940s big band songs for them. And so, I mean, my show's a little different now that I sing a lot of songs on piano, but I still sing like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy with the backing tracks and Que Sera Sera, because they want to hear the familiarity, but yes, I love them. In fact, I had 2 shows right around Valentine's Day at 2 different retirement communities here. And
they probably got dressed up.
They did.
Put on all their jewelry. They came out to see you. That's really cool. And
it's this connection.
There's nothing better than making an old person smile. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'll stop. I will always say something. If I'm in a waiting room, on an elevator, in line with somebody old, I'll find something to say to them.
Yeah.
I'll turn to an old lady. You look absolutely stunning today.
I love it.
That's the move.
I love it.
You got to honor the elders, because we're here in a studio. It's nice. We learned, they went through, they helped us form our identities now.
Yeah.
Without even knowing it.
Well, and they've been through so much.
Much.
As a history major, that was my favorite span of history, was like right between World War I and now. I mean, they have been through a lot. My grandmother lived to be 100 years old, and she was right in that time. She was born in 1912, and it was like what they experienced, what they went through. I mean, resilience. Like, these people have been through a lot. So I have a lot of respect and admiration. I always have. Even when I was a little girl, my favorite neighbors were the old people. I would go and visit them. So
does that make you laugh at your children when they're like, there's no Wi-Fi? And you're like, do you even know what my grandma, they went through? Like, these
I'm
kids
usually
these
complaining
days,
that there's not Wi-Fi too.
That's a first world problem, though, right?
It is a totally first world problem. Like, I didn't used to have. I had the BlackBerry. I was like, okay, this is as advanced as I want to go. And then I got an iPhone, and I'm like, oh gosh,
I'm not going any more than that. And then the holographic phone comes out next year, and you're like, oh, I got to get that.
One of my friends was just talking about Oculus. Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what's that? I feel very like I can't do Siri. I don't even talk to Siri yet. I'm not that advanced yet, but I'm.
Oculus is the beginning of the end, Sarah.
Yeah. It's
the beginning of us looking at each other when we talk to each other.
That's sad. But then my friend can sit with all of her relatives around the country in the same game together.
True. But are they together? You can
True,
also be
true.
a seed and grow as a tree in the forest, and then they simulate the forest catching on fire and burning, and it's actually motivated people to be more conscious and aware of forests. Like, you can use it for good and you can use it for bad.
That's very true.
Or you can use it for what you think is good and it's actually bad.
Right.
But we don't know if it's bad or if it's good.
Right.
Once again, Bill Murray comes up again. But let's talk about when you sit at home and you it seems like you're a writer.
Mm-hmm.
You love to write.
I do.
You write blogs.
I do.
And which made it really easy for me to learn about you. I was like, oh, look, she's written pages of research on herself. And
that
like
was
what
just
she
on
thinks.
the Sarah Dion Brooks page. You didn't check out the Inner Garden page probably, because I have a handful of
Well, I wanted
blogs over
something
there
to be
too.
left to the imagination.
You wanted to have some Sunday off,
Some
right?
sort of talk. No, I was good.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there are these written pieces, but they go so much deeper than the songs. Like they're the written background story behind a song you make, or some sort of action you've taken in your life, or like, I mean, I even opened our podcast like, what's in a name, because that's
Right.
one of the blogs.
Right.
It's sort of a joke. I thought you'd get it.
I did.
But like where your name came from
Right.
and why music is therapy to you.
Yes.
So writing
Yes.
is your therapy.
Yeah.
You feel it.
I do.
Are you a conduit? Do you feel like you can do it? You can do it?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
When you write, you say you sit in front of, sometimes you sit in front of a piano, and you just let it pour through you.
Yeah.
See what comes out on the other end?
Sometimes I close my eyes and just sit, and sometimes I ask, what do I need right now, or what do I need to say right now? And sometimes it's if I'm in a really depressed state, or which is not very often, but I have written a handful of songs that way, and they've really, really helped me heal. So yeah, and some of them are in dreams, but most of the time I'm really learning to trust that intuition. I really am, because that's really what is coming out of me. And like I was sharing with you, I write meditations as well. And the reason I do that is because I want to continue to have guided meditations that I need. And so I share them with the world as well. Same with my music. I share what I write, and I don't want to die with the music inside of me. That's a Wayne Dyer quote that I really, really love.
What are you listening to when you listen to yourself? Are you listening to your heart, your mind, your chest, the events of the day, somebody said, a melody you heard while you were sweeping the floor? What are you listening to?
I'm just probably my heart, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah. It's coming from deep within.
Yeah. And so you feel like we're all innately connected as brothers and sisters on this planet, right?
Absolutely.
Very Buddhist.
Yeah.
Right. And you feel like music speaks without speaking.
Yes.
I really like that.
Thank you.
You write a lot of cool lyrics in your blog.
Thank you.
When you write, are you like me, pen, pad? Are you iPhone? You how are you doing it these days?
When I write lyrics, it's generally pencil or pen and a notepad in front of me. It depends when, though. If I'm thing that was really cool, I was driving home at the end of January. I was up in Corvallis, and I was coming back home, and it was really raining that night. And I was just kind of having a little conversation kind of with my soul, and, you know, Wayne Dyer and Louise Hay are some of my favorite teachers. And so I'm just, you know, imagining them and having this really amazing conversation in my mind. And all of a sudden a new song came to me, and it came in the form of a hand reaching out with a lantern. And then I heard the words, "Let the light lead the way."
Yeah.
And I started singing, "Let the light lead the way." And I was just like singing and singing. I haven't written it all down, but I've recorded it into my phone. And so that was a really cool way. I just need to go write it down. And
It's a nice tool.
You know, yeah.
The phone message
It is.
recorder. And then you can edit and add another line, pause it,
Yeah.
add another line, pause it. I've written dozens of songs that way. It's interesting how technology is so much more conducive for brainstorms
Yes.
and epiphanies.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it provides you comfort, and then you sit in front of this piano. And by the way, you grew up doing track and Broadway, and you didn't spend your youth learning the piano. You started learning piano, right?
Yes.
You probably dinkled around on it. Dinkled?
Is
that a word?
I don't know. I like it. I'm going to say I dinkled around the piano.
I dinkled around the piano. But, you know, you really went all in when you were 27.
Yes. Yeah. That's when I went back to school and I became a music major for 2 years.
But when you were in school, it felt like you were. I had a really very similar feeling of when you went from what you described school was like for you. You were going into school, but you were learning not the type of music you wanted to learn, like opera and stuff, right?
Yeah, I did not know that vocal performance major meant opera. I didn't. I thought smoky bar. I don't like the smoky. You know, glass of wine by the piano, singing jazz like Ella Fitzgerald,
like Star Wars,
yeah, Star Wars,
like Bill Murray, Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars, right?
Yeah, I like that.
But it's not.
No, it was opera.
Yeah, I went to music school, U of O, and I walked out of class because they were teaching us how to bob our head to a beat. And I was like, I'm not paying thousands of dollars to learn how to bob my head to a beat. I'm trying to become
Yeah.
But sometimes you can go into something for the degree and it's not even close to what you really want to learn about it, right?
Yeah. I had conversations with my voice teacher too. I was like, this isn't really the style I want to do. And he was like, but even Ella Fitzgerald was classically trained. I'm like, but I want to sing jazzier. Like, I know I can interpret music differently than this. And I think that's where I really became humbled with music, is when I went back to school as a music major, because being forced to sing opera in front of vocal students, in front of the professors, like, my legs have never shaken more in their life. My mouth has never gone more dry in my life than when I would get up there and sing a song in German or whatever. And yeah.
What did you take from it though? Because I took little things from music school, but what did you take as far as honing your voice? What tricks? Did you get your vibrato from that, or you always had
I've
that?
always had the vibrato.
You have a lovely vibrato.
Thank you.
But
yeah,
mostly I get it when your songs are a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah.
But when they're lower, I get less of it.
I think I feel like I continue to evolve with my style of voice. Sometimes I feel like it's got a little bit more of one sound, and then I kind of go back into the sound that I've always had singing. But the vibrato's always come really naturally. I've never had to try for that or anything. And so it's pretty fast vibrato, and I've
it's
actually
like a Mel Torme vibrato.
But as a good, like a female,
a Melinda Torme vibrato. Yeah, but it's there. You really can vibrato your vibrato. It's good.
I think that the best thing for me about the music school experience is that I was really trying to be something I wasn't, and I ended up graduating with a history degree in 2010. So it took me, 5-6 years. So, because we moved and I ended up finishing my degree online, but that's when I started performing, and I didn't want to audition anymore. I didn't want to play a part that wasn't me. I really wanted to become Sarah Dion Brooks. And so I think really that helped launch me into that. And the piano, I've only been playing piano and accompanying myself for probably 6 years now, because before that I was just mostly backing tracks and playing with bands as a jazz vocalist. But I've really loved the evolution of the piano. For me, it's really been beautiful. So
see, I respect vocalists who know exactly where their voice lies and what style. I can't stand it when I hear a jazz vocalist singing funk or R&B, or like soul music. It's not, their voice doesn't really fit that.
Right.
And they try to just blow their voice out and sound. It's just not what I really love it when somebody's like, I sing jazz. I stick to that. My lady sings jazz. When I produce for her, I produce stuff that's very accommodating for the jazz, sultry voice. So I'm very familiar with that being in my reality and stuff like that.
But my music that I write isn't really jazz.
Right.
I have a jazzy sound,
right?
But it's not really jazz forms. So it's really hard for me to actually put what my music is. When I put it online, is it pop? I mean, is it singer songwriter folk? Like, I don't really know Americana. Like, I don't really know what style. I just want to sing it, and if it comes out, that's what it comes out. And I mean,
what does your new album sound like? You're making a new album.
I am making a new album. It's got some upbeat songs, and I've been trying to.
Restart.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Live at the Hive. It is a beautiful, sunny Friday evening in Southern Oregon. We are locked in and ready to go. We hope you are too, so let's get to it. If you're watching at home and you like what you hear and see this evening, or just want to support the Hive and what we got going on, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the links with all your friends and let them know what's going on here right now. As always, behind the curtain, making it happen, we have our fearless leader, Trevor. He is currently adjusting knobs and buttons. And on sound and upright bass this evening, we have Joe Dinkowitz of Middle Rogue Audio. The stream is brought to you also and sponsored by Cordial Cables USA, so everything is 100% copper plated, so it sounds real nice. Feel free to comment during the show and let us know what you think of the performance. And definitely don't be scared to hit that donation link on the top of the screen. And so now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Sarah Dion Brooks.
Walls built around me, I thought it was for my protection. But when I started looking more closely, I found the walls were built from webs of deception. Why so many lies? Is it just a way to control my life? The more I started looking around, more pieces of the walls came crumbling down, and the truth started shining through the cracks before me. But I would rather be able to see more clearly than keep on believing, living the lies. No more lies. Beware of the big bad wolf is found in sheep's clothing. The truth can make you bitter and hateful, but don't waste your time loathing, 'cause you are not who. The only thing that can ever change comes from inside of you. Lessons in living aren't easy to take, but you don't have to let your heart break. You win some and you lose some. Lessons in life aren't there to choose from, and everything you thought mattered, illusions waiting to be shattered, making you question everything you've ever been told. The truth will set you free, at least that's what they say. But no one ever mentioned to me the price you would have to pay for what you learn and what you find. The truth will be burned inside your mind, and you'll never be the same. No, no. Beware of the big bad wolf is found in sheep's clothing. The truth can make you bitter and hateful, but don't waste your time loathing, 'cause you cannot change what's been done, and you cannot change the truth. The only change that can ever come comes from inside of you. Beware of the big bad wolf is found in sheep's clothing. The truth can make you bitter and hateful, but don't waste your time loathing, 'cause you cannot change what's been done, and you cannot change the truth. The only change that can ever come comes from inside of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was very
I'm
nice.
snapping as much as I can.
I hear this now.
Welcome, everybody. Marv, how you feeling
I'm
tonight?
feeling great. This is what I need tonight. I need something for my soul. I need some mental medicine.
Yes,
I need some mental medicine. We brought in the right person for that, it sounds like.
it's true. Sarah, how you feeling tonight?
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
It's good to have you.
We do have a small studio audience this evening. How are you all feeling tonight? All right. I mean, you sound bigger than you are, let's be real. But glad you're all here. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Marv,
Yeah. I mean, we had the podcast and we went in depth, and it was beautiful to talk about your life. My mom says hello. Big warm hug for you. She's a fan.
Sending
So-
it right back to her.
How do you feel right now? You feel good?
I do.
Okay.
I feel amazing. Thank you.
You got a great setup going on tonight. Everything looks good. You want to keep it going forward, or are we going to keep this moving
yeah, I
forward?
got one
you
shout
got,
out that we got to
okay.
give. It's from, well, is it coming? Send.
Yeah, people are tuning in and saying things
Yeah.
already. So
Matt Strom says, sounds amazing, Sarah.
there you go.
There we go. There it is.
That's not going to distract anybody. If you want to look, it's right there. You can see it.
Sounds amazing.
This place is getting more technical and more awesome every show. It's cool to have you here, Sarah.
What's next, Sarah? What's our next song?
So this next song is one I wrote last year, and it's really, I'd love to tell the story behind it really quick. I wrote this song after I had a dream, and Hugh Jackman was in my dream, and he was getting ready to go out on stage, and he looks out from behind the curtain and he sees that he's actually in this prison, and it's desolate, and there's rocks, and no one is there to watch him, and he just felt really defeated and deflated, and he threw back the curtain and he said, "That's it, it's time for me to step out from behind the curtain and be my truth, stand in my truth." And I woke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was such a cool dream. I mean, first of all, Hugh Jackman, but that was just so cool. And that afternoon, my daughter came home from school. She'd had a rough day at school, and I was laying with her on the floor, and I was trying to cheer her up, and I had told her the story about my dream, and I was like, do a meditation with me, it'll make you feel better. So I was holding her hand, closed her eyes, well, I pushed play, closed her eyes, and this woman's voice started talking, and she said, "I'd like to give you permission to come out from behind the curtain." And I was like, oh my gosh, this is twice in one day. So I wrote this song, and it's coincidental for me because the very first line, this was before COVID, but the first line of my song is, "I put the mask on as I walk out the door." And it had nothing to do with the physical masks, and yet here we are. So I hope you enjoy this song. It's called "Behind the Curtain." I put the mask on as I walk out the door. Everybody sees me like they did before, but it's not real, no, it's not real. The mask helps me hide what I feel, and I'm tired of all the games and the lies, the gossip and the drama that I despise. Living the part that they want me to play. Like a fool, I put on the same act every day. But you see, this isn't me. I'm living a lie. But what if I could come out from behind the curtain and stand in my truth and say, I'm not acting anymore the part anyone else wants me to play. I'm gonna come out from behind the curtain. No script for me, no need for lighting. I won't be fighting, gonna come out from hiding and be free. It's said all the world is a stage, but to me it felt more like a cage. I played this part for so long, I never wanted to do anyone wrong, but I did when I lied to myself, and I did when I lied to everyone else. And now I see behind my
eyes, the fear of unmasking all of the lies. 'Cause you see, this isn't me. I'm living a lie. But what if I could come out from behind the curtain and stand in my truth and say, I'm not asking anymore the part anyone else wants me to play. I'm gonna come out from behind the curtain. No script, just me. There's no need for lighting. I won't be fighting. Gonna come out from hiding and be free. They say the show must go on, but I need to right this wrong. Will they care or even be aware when the old part of me is gone? When I come out from behind the curtain and stand in my truth and say, I'm not acting anymore the part anyone else wants me to play. I'm gonna come out from behind the curtain. No script, just me. There's no need for lighting. I won't be fighting. Gonna come out from hiding and be free. There's no need for lighting. I won't be hiding. I'll be rewriting me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. I don't have Marv. There you go.
I just want to say wow.
That's a big wow. That's a big wow. Matter of fact, we got a lot more wows
Look
here.
at my screen. Wow.
So, yes.
That's wow.
That is wow. We got...
Your vocals got even better. This is seeing you live or hearing you live. It's more fantastic.
Thank you.
Jamie Smith says, this is powerful, beautiful stuff. You're gorgeous. Thank you for sharing.
Jamie knows.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
Yes, absolutely.
Be sure to share this link with your friends. People need this mental medicine. Share this link.
Yes. Kelly Hanyak says, I love this song, Sarah. Hugh Jackman needs to hear it. Well, and maybe he will. Kelly, maybe you need to try and share it with him right now.
She also said, was he wearing a shirt in your vision?
Hey, Shad is in the house. So be kind, be gentle. Dan Kennedy says, really like that. Love Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman. Yeah, it's a fantastic, fantastic movie. And I'd love to see the show live. Did you get a chance to see it?
The Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In person?
No.
Okay. That would be amazing. Yeah.
Twould.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, people are obviously really enjoying the show, and it's so beautiful. This is really special. Like, coming from the last handful of shows that we've had, they've been like loud and fun and crazy, and people jumping around and lights and all. And to just be able to bring it down tonight and have a focal point and just your amazing voice and these songs that you've written is really special.
It's a fresh breath. It's a fresh breath.
I don't know how to jump around on my piano, so it just gets me better. We are picking it up the next set. I know this first set is a little slow, but these are kind of my heart, you know.
It's
pouring
perfect.
my heart out, so.
It's so
not
good.
slow. It's perfect.
Well, what do you have for us next, Sarah?
So this next song was written in June 2019. I often go to my piano for therapy. It really is my therapy, and I am a pretty happy person most of the time. And for some reason, during June of 2019, I was really in a funk, and I really didn't know why, and I didn't understand exactly what I was feeling. And so it lasted about 2 weeks, and I had had enough. I was so tired of feeling depressed, and I went to the piano, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I just started to cry, and this song came out. And this song is called Enough. And the meaning of that two things. One, I'm tired of feeling this way. Enough. The second meaning is that I don't know if there's anyone in this world who's never felt that they weren't good enough at some point in their life or not. And that was what was really going through my head in those 2 weeks, is that I wasn't. And so this song was the answer from my soul, and it really helped me snap out of that.
Voices in my head, it's hard to make sense of all that's being said, but the voice I hear loud and clear is my own voice, muddled by my fear, and it's saying you're not enough, no matter what you try to do. There's always gonna be someone better than you. So why do you try? What good will it do? You're not enough. Oh, this voice, does it lie to me as it comes from all my insecurity and creeps out from the shadows of my soul? It's hard to look up when the words just pull me down. But through all the chaos, I can hear another voice, a whisper that says, my dear, you have a choice. You can listen to your fears, or you can listen to the love. You can sink into the darkness, or you can rise above. Now I can hear, does it all come down to this? A battle between fear and love to see which one will win. But what is real? Which voice is true? Will you believe whichever one you listen to? 'Cause I know that you are enough, and you are stronger than you know. There's so much beauty and strength in you, so hold on and let the fear go, and listen to the voice of love. It will be there to comfort and guide you and remind you that you are enough. I know that you are enough. You are stronger than you know. There's so much beauty and strength in you, so hold on and let the love grow, and listen to the voice of love. There's only one of you, and oh, you can rise above, 'cause you are enough. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, that's
Smooth.
special. I was just sitting listening to it, and I almost couldn't stop listening to it. I had to get up, think. Are you thinking, Mark? What are you thinking right now? What's going through your head?
So many things.
You had a chance to interview
I did.
Sarah this week.
Did, and if you didn't get a chance to hear it, please do go back and learn about this woman. It goes way beyond just the music. She's a very deep person. We did a deep dive, and she went under the sea, 10,000 leagues, and we touched on topics.
It's true.
We did.
It's so true.
It was fascinating. So
Kate Voss says, "You sound beautiful, Sarah."
Oh, thank you, Kate.
She means it too. I know. I can tell by the look on her message here. And let's see. Joe Hawkins says, awesome. Shout out to Joe. Coleman Antonucci says, what a wonderful singing voice. Have you ever met Coleman before?
We are friends on Facebook, but I've never met him.
He's a pretty incredible performer himself.
Thank you.
And so yeah,
Is that your brother?
That's my brother.
Really?
Or that was.
Oh, Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Joe's your brother?
Joe tuned in. That's brotherly
Joe.
love, Joe. Way to be a good family member right there. And don't forget to click that link above. You can see, you can contribute, you can donate.
Heidi Hawkins Horner says, hey, Sarah, I'm watching you on the giant TV, but had to come on Facebook so I could leave a comment. Sounds great.
And that is your
That's the
sister.
sister.
That's amazing.
I've had 3 siblings so far.
That's awesome.
They're checking in. That's what you
Yeah.
thought
There
when
you
you did
go.
predictions.
There
There's
you
your 3. Boom!
Awesome.
Everything's
Well,
going according to plan. That's what that means.
We manifested
It's
that.
all lining up perfectly.
It's good.
You are beeping awesome. Let's go.
We're glad you're all with us tonight. And if you're watching right now, make sure you share with your friends. Share this stream. Start a watch party. And if you like the shows that we put on, then don't forget to follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, or follow us on Facebook so you're notified about our future shows as well. And if you would like to support the music that you're watching this evening, right at the top of your screen, there's a link there, thehivve.com/contribute. And if you go there, you can make a contribution to the show. So we appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Awesome. Where are we at now, Sarah? Where are we going to?
I wanted to share, this song was actually shared on the podcast that we had. Marv asked me if there was one song that really was like an embodiment pretty much of the work that I do. And this song really, really pulls from my heart. And I've only had 2 really inspirational dreams that I've written songs for, so this is the other one. And this is a really cool dream. I remember about 1 to 2 seconds of it. I was standing face to face with a young lady who had a t-shirt on, and she had words on her t-shirt. And they said, I hope to be the key that unlocks the door to change. And I woke up mumbling and going, oh my gosh, that was beautiful, that was amazing. So I ended up I stuck it in my phone, and a year and a half later, after meditating and reading a book, I was like, oh my gosh, the door to change. And I wrote it in an hour and a half. So I love how inspiration works differently every time, but this is what it came from. And this message is really powerful for me. So the door to change.
In a world where there is so much suffering and pain, there's gotta be another way. Things have gotta change. People everywhere sitting in silent prayer, begging, pleading and hoping that the door to change will somehow be open. Place of pain is a very dark place to be. We all have a light within, but sometimes it's so hard to see. Smothered by the trail of darkness, the pain we'll leave behind, hidden behind the door that closes off the mind. I hope to be the key that unlocks the door to change. It's not just up to me, it's up to all of us to arrange. Will you stand up by my side and help me push that door free? It's a heavy door and it'll take so much more than just the strength of me. We all walk a line between what is right and wrong. when we hurt one another, the pain will continue on. It's a battle that cannot be won when pain is the root of it all. Until we face that pain within, we will continue to fall. I hope to be the key that unlocks the door to change. It's not just up to me, it's up to all of us to arrange. Will you stand up by my side and help me push that door free? It's a heavy door and it'll take so much more than just the strength of me. We gotta change, we gotta change. We gotta change what's going on. We gotta change, we gotta change. Together we are strong. We gotta come together. We gotta let go and heal the pain. We gotta find the light of love so we can start over again. I know I have the key that unlocks the door to change. I found it here within me, and now it's time to rearrange. I will stand up by your side, and we will push that door free. It's not such a heavy door when love is what we live for, so let's start with you and me. It's not such a heavy door when we love one another more. For love is the key.
Thank you.
Wow. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Real quick, I want to talk about something very quickly because I want to get back to the music.
Yes.
I know, Marv, I know you want to get back to the music. We'll get back to the music.
I
But
just don't want to
first,
keep interrupting her. She's on a roll.
I know, she's amazing. Yeah, she is on a roll.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention, first off, Middle Rogue Audio bringing this amazing sound to your ears this evening. That's right.
Thanks, brother.
Yep. You can clap if you're in the house if
Crispy.
you want to, if you think that's a good thing. And then also Cordial Cables, one of our sponsors for our show. They all of the cabling on our stage is Cordial, and it really does make a massive difference to the sound. So we're stoked to be partnering with them. That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Mr. Marv Ellis, I'm so stoked to have you with me helping host this show now because, again, you are an incredible host, the host of Deep Dive from the Hive, our podcast.
Yes, we have a podcast.
That's right.
It goes
That's
along
right.
with the show hand in hand. It's part of the
Awesome.
deal.
Okay. All right, Sarah. That's enough talking. What do you have next?
This next song is one I just wrote in November. Wrote it because I was feeling a lot of the heaviness of what was going on around us with the Capitol and everything, and a lot of the pain, and I felt really sad. And I really love quotes. I know I talked to Marv about this in the podcast, and I love things that really make me think and ponder. And there's a Wayne Dyer quote that says, "Loving people live in a loving world, and hostile people live in a hostile world. Same world." And that quote really impacted me when I first read it years ago. And I was sitting at the piano thinking about everything that was going on, and I thought, it really is a choice. Like, we get to choose how we see this world, and we get to choose how we can be as people. So I wrote this song called You Get to Choose.
Some hold on to bitterness and hate. Others learn to let go. Some choose to live in their pain. Others use their pain to grow. Some act out in anger. Others live to be kind. When will we understand each other if we choose to stay blind? 'Cause we live in the same world, just looked at from a different point of view. There is something good or something bad, depending on what lens you're looking through. How does it make you feel when you focus on the things that you do? If you only see the bad, step outside yourself and see it from a different point of view. It's up to you. You get to choose the kind of world that you see. It's up to you. You get to choose the kind of person you'll be. You get to choose. You make a difference every day. What kind of difference do you make? It matters what you do and you say, and whether you give or do you take. It's not about what happens. What matters is how you respond. Is it out of fear or is it out of love that you see inside yourself and beyond? 'Cause we live in the same world, just looked at from a different point of view. There is something good, something bad, depending on what lens you're looking through. How does it make you feel when you focus on the things that you do? If you only see the bad, step outside yourself and see it from a different point of view. It's up to you. You get to choose the kind of world that you see. It's up to you. You get to choose the kind of person you'll be. You get to choose. You get to choose. If you want the world to change, you gotta go change the way you see it. If you want to be the good, then you gotta go out there and be it. Be the good, share the love, be the change, rise above. There is hope, hope for peace, hope for love. 'Cause it's up to you. You get to choose the kind of world that you see. It's up to you. You get to choose the kind of person you'll be. You get to choose. You get to choose.
Yeah. You get to choose. How do you feel right now after having sung that song?
Well, it's funny, my husband's here, and when I'm having a grumpy moment, he said, you know, somebody wrote this song, you get to choose. So he keeps me humble, and I love it. I feel good. I feel great.
Well, I do know Jamie Smith wishes she could be here, and she's clapping right now on the stream.
Thank you.
So thank you, Jamie. I wanted to give a quick shout out. I am, we don't normally do this, but a friend, Sundance Whiskey here in town. They're actually based here in Grants Pass. This is what I'm sipping on. I feel like I'm in a jazz club right now, just like this real, like, you know, sultry jazz.
Do your jazz club face again for the camera.
Me or her?
You just did it. You're like, I'm in this
I'm
jazz
just
club
like
with this
in that.
whiskey.
Oh yeah. And I'm just sitting back, sipping on this amazing single barrel whiskey right here. I wanted to give a shout out. We don't normally do this, but this is incredible. They're right here in town, down by Hellgate Jet Boats, if you get a chance to get down there. So this whiskey is it tasty, Joe?
It's fantastic.
Marv?
It's delicious.
It's
And you know
delicious.
they've been doing it for a while
Yeah.
if they're actually putting out whiskey.
That's right. So
You know what I mean?
here's to being in our jazz club tonight.
And Sarah's putting out some whiskey right now. You can tell she's been doing this for a while. So
Yes,
this
yes.
is smooth sipping music.
That's right.
Click the link, contribute. Let's get some donations rolling in, folks. Here we go. Song number 4.
5?
We're on track 5.
6? 5?
You got this. Here we go.
I wrote this next song when I was struggling. The more I put out there, whether it's with music or with my coaching or inspirational quotes or anything, the more feedback I get. And I also start to hear, sometimes people will say things. And I was struggling one day with something that someone had said to me, and I didn't know how to respond. And I was really frustrated. I'm like, they didn't approve of me. So I need to just be cool with that. But it was still hard for me. And I remember meditating, and all of a sudden I was meditating with the question of how do I deal with this? And all of a sudden this phrase comes out, and it says, shine on anyway. And I wrote this song to remind me that it doesn't matter. I just need to keep shining. So this is a song. I've tried setting boundaries, but you just keep pushing through. I've tried asking nicely, 'cause that's just what I do, but you refuse to respect me as I am. Just reminding me that you don't care about who I am, 'cause you won't see me. No, you won't hear what I'm saying. So all I can do now is just quit playing. So I'm through playing mind games with you, and I will not play your games anymore. This truth I live and learn, and love is mine. So I will rise with no shame above your storm, and through the darkness I will shine. And though your words try to cut me down, it's a battle that I just won't fight. Peacefully I will stand my ground, and I'm gonna shine so bright. Despite what you think of me, despite the words that you say, I'm gonna shine on anyway. I was torn between pleasing you and being free. When I tried so hard to please you, I wasn't being true to me, and so I'm done trying for you. It's just something I gotta do. I gotta be true to me. If I'm gonna be who I'm meant to be, so I'm through playing mind games with you, and I will not play your games anymore. This truth I live and learn, and love is mine. So I will rise with no shame above your storm, and through the darkness I will shine. And though your words try to cut me down, it's a battle that I just won't fight. And peacefully I will stand my ground, and I'm gonna shine so bright. Despite what you think of me, despite the words that you say,
gonna shine on anyway. And nobody has the right to try to dim my light, though I may have let it happen before. But now I know who it is that I am and what it is I'm living for. And I will not play your games anymore. This truth I live and I learn is mine. So I will rise with no shame above your storm, and through the darkness I will shine. And though your words try to cut me down, it's a battle that I just won't fight. Peacefully I will stand my ground, and I'm gonna shine so bright. Despite what you think of me, despite the words that you say, I'm gonna shine on anyway.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, my. I'm speechless almost. Almost. Melinda Gutierrez says, shine on. Shine on. Hi, Sarah. She wanted to make sure that.
Melinda.
Yes. And let's see. Christine Togstad says, so beautiful. There it is.
Thanks for watching, Christy.
Oh, and we got another one. I don't know who this stranger is, but Marv Ellis said, sounding good, Joe.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mark.
it does. I get one of
There
the
he is.
treats I get is go listen to what he's recording, and it sounds like, it's fantastic. So must be those copper-plated cordial virgin copper-plated
They're solid
cables.
copper, actually.
Solid copper.
Virgin copper.
Solid.
More copper than anybody puts in a cable.
Yes.
I mean, that's at least what my. We'll just leave that one where we left it. It's the Jazz Club tonight.
It is.
It's Jazz Club.
Plus, let's be real. Being surrounded by copper is just better for the electrons in the air, right? And better for your magnet. The magnetic
All of that.
positive and negative forces is going on.
That's right. All of that.
So copper's good.
I have socks with copper in it, so
See?
like they're good for you.
And she's a cross country running coach.
Oh yeah.
She knows about that.
Can we? How you actually finished practice and ran to get here, basically, right?
Kind of, yeah.
You had a practice today.
I did have practice till 5.
You're amazing. We appreciate
Thank
you
you.
putting that effort in, as does everybody who is watching tonight. And if you're watching right now and you haven't shared it with all of your friends and family so they can join you and watch it, that's on you. That's on you. I'm just going to say.
Kind of is. And if your last name's Hawkins and you haven't contributed, that's kind of on you too.
That's kind of on you. That's
Yeah.
right. Andrea Miller says, great job. Really nice songwriting and voice.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, she's absolutely right there. The songwriting is really great. It's very touching. And you pair that with your voice, it's just amazing. I don't know. It's like a match made in heaven. I was going to say, these voices, I noticed a lot of these songs, you've got quite the voice in your head. There's a voice that speaks to you
Yes.
regularly. And it's an incredible author. I'm just saying. Yeah. Well,
Thank you. Well, you ready for the next one?
I'm so ready.
Because it's going to change it up a little bit. This is unlike any other song I've ever written. So I had a concert last year and was told by many people that this was their favorite song, and I had not even performed it for my husband. That was the first time he'd ever heard it. So a little story, very quick story behind this song. Once again, I write a lot of music to heal, and there was something that was really bothering me after we were watching a TV show. And I wrote this song and figured it out. And it no longer bothers me, but this was a song that I really needed to write, and it really helped me a lot. So I hope you enjoy it. Again, it's unlike any of my other ones. And I do love theater, so kind of maybe that's where it comes from. But this one's called Humble Pie. Humble Pie.
When I was just a little girl living in my fairy tale world, all my daydreams about what my life would be someday, filled with hope and wonder of when my prince would come, make my dreams come true, and carry me away. Well, that hope was killed. Well, it wasn't killed, but it faded. When I went to middle school and the cool boys and mean girls, they jaded all the things that I believed in because of what they do to show me what really mattered. What mattered was how to be cool. And when I got those girls suspended for pantsing me, that wasn't cool, and it killed my popularity. I mean, I didn't mean to get them suspended, but it happened anyway. Oh, middle school. Oh, middle school still traumatizes me to this day. When life handed me a piece of humble pie, wouldn't be my last, and I'll tell you just why. When I point the finger of judgment at the things I think I see, I will find 3 fingers pointing back at me. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my mother for always reminding me what my grandfather used to say. When you put the blame on others for the wrong that they have done, you will find 3 fingers pointing back at you instead of only 1. And I obviously still need the reminder. Well, by the time I was a teen, you know, when I knew everything, except I didn't know everything, and I'd learn it every day. Like when my parents would set the rules and I thought I was above them, like what boys I could date and the curfews, I didn't love them. Especially when my mom was on the couch waiting up for me when I got home. Well, then I turned 19 and I became a wife. And then I became a mother. And I thought I had my life figured out, but I didn't. But I tried anyway. I was pretty sure I was going to be the best mother ever and be patient and loving every single day in every single way. That's what I thought before I had kids anyway, because they were writing on the walls in permanent marker and locking me out of doors, throwing tantrums in the stores. They even pulled all the tape out of my cassettes. Do you remember cassette tapes? Yes, my whole box of cassettes. They did all that. And have you ever tried to use the bathroom with a 2-year-old? Right outside the door, screaming and kicking and screaming and kicking just because you wanted to go to the bathroom in peace and quiet. I have 5 children, so I've heard that a lot. So there's no book or manual how to teach you how to raise every child, especially on the days when they turn feral and wild. And all the time before I had kids, I knew how I'd be as a mom. And then this humble pie once again reminded me I was wrong, 'cause life handed me a piece of humble pie. Didn't like the taste. It's getting dry. When I point the finger of judgment how I think my life should be, I will find 3 fingers pointing back at me. Well, then after 18 years, I found myself divorced. Who, me? Divorced? Could it be? Of course. But I didn't get married to get divorced, and yet here I was divorced. Oh my gosh, what would become of me? Just hand me the whole entire humble pie. I won't use my hands, just shove my face right in it and hope I don't choke as I cry and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. I cried a lot. Here's the reason why. 'Cause I point the finger of judgment how I thought my life should be. And here I find my 3 fingers, pointing back at me. Which leads me to now. I've met an amazing man and got remarried. My children are getting older and getting more responsible, kind of. Which leads me to the reason I wrote this song in the first place. There I was 41, well, almost 42. Felt like I was figuring it out, at least much more than I used to. I was doing yoga and meditating and reading books and growing stronger. And then one night this happened, which reminded me it might take me a little longer. as I was sitting on the couch with my love by my side, and we were watching The Voice when something inside me cried. 'Cause out came the judges, there's Blake and John, and then out comes this gorgeous lady. And her name is Gwen, and she was 50, and she looked like that. Oh my gosh, she's hot. And here I am, 41, almost 42, and I am not looking like that. My arms are flabby, and I do not look that good. I mean, I like chocolate, and I hate push-ups, so I don't know why my arms should look that good. But anyway, this hateful side comes from me when I don't like what I see. I hate Gwen Stefani. No, I don't. I really hate me. That's the truth. I hate myself when I see women like that. It's not their faults. It's just my insecurities screaming out that I am fat. I know it's pathetic, but then my sweet husband turns and smiles and says to me, "Bitterness doesn't look good on you." And I said, "I know, honey, but by now I have crumbled and I'm feeling insecure." I was pretty angry with myself because I was sure I'd figured it out. Just hand me some more humble pie. And I know why, 'cause I point the finger of judgment how I think things should be. And I find 3 fingers pointing back at me. So I hope that when I'm 50 or 60 or 70, I hope I have it together with humility. I hope I don't judge other people by the hurt in me. I know they're doing the best they can and being the best they can be. And I know we learn to do better. We do better, right? I'll try. At least until I get another piece of humble pie.
Yeah!
That's the song. That's my new favorite song. 2 thoughts. Please more of the Broadway combo with what you do. It's perfect for you. This is it. And 2, there needs to be a pizza place called Humble Pie.
A pizza place called
A pizza
Humble Pie.
place
Yeah.
called
And-
Humble
and
Pie.
you've got the
he
theme
wants
song.
to make a video of that. Like, this is awesome. And we talked about your Broadway and the podcast and your love of it. And it's really cool. Your face lights up and illuminates when you go to your loves.
Thank you.
Speaking about your love with your love of Broadway, with your love of, it's just awesome. I'm going to shut up now.
It's amazing. I love it. I love the character and the personality that came through. And so did Kelly Honiak. She said, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." I think I nailed that. Oh, the memories, Sarah. I can hear Mom saying that like it was yesterday. Fantastic and fun song. Love it. Yes,
Is that 4?
absolutely.
You got 4 checking in now? 4 siblings? Is that the 4th?
That was a
It was
repeat.
one of my sister's birthdays.
Dan Kennedy said that was awesome. And Joe Lee says that was sick.
Thanks for tuning in. I don't think there's a single parent watching that didn't have the vision or visions of all of
And
what
this
you were
is
saying. That was great.
Speaking of parent, this one hits close to home. Tiffany Perry says, Ty is enjoying the music, and he says, Sarah, quote, is a great artist.
Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Ty, how you doing?
What's up, Ty? Thanks,
Awesome.
Tiff, for tuning in.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, wow, that was so fun. I'm a Show Tunes fan myself, big Broadway fan. So just the fun, yeah. And I mean, you brought us from, I don't know, we've been through some pain tonight. We've been through some uplifting, inspirational, and we just had some fun. Although that was fun with a lot of reality in it.
Just all around good stuff, Trevor.
I know. Can we hear more good stuff? What do you think, Mark?
I would hope so.
Should we hear more good stuff?
Yes.
What are we doing next?
Can we take a quick break because I have the band joining me? For
Oh,
the
are
rest.
we going to the band now?
We are at that point.
We're at that point. Okay, so here's what's going to happen, lovely people. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and during that 5 minutes, we're going to bring the bass and the drum player in. We're going to roll a little bit more of Sarah's podcast. So if you need to run to the bathroom, this is a good time. If you need to get a drink, this is a good time. Speaking of getting a drink, I'm going to pour me some more of this Sundance whiskey.
Sundance whiskey.
Sundance whiskey.
Smooth, flavorful.
Yes, single barrel malt. It's amazing. Anyhow, let's go to break. Thank you, Sarah. This is incredible. Everyone is absolutely enjoying it. And we will be right back with you. Enjoy Sarah's, a little bit more of Sarah's interview with Marv and Deep Dive from the Hive.
I feel really, really inexperienced with the production part of it.
I was going to ask you how you record your music.
Yeah, I record at home. I use Reaper is the program I've been
using. That's what Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I did know that. And I've been
Right, Joe uses Reaper, right?
I think he does.
He loves it.
And but I'm so trying to do everything, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just not that good at it yet.
No,
and so
okay.
I've been playing around with, okay, maybe I need to have a little bit more of a crescendo here. How can I do that? How can I add more sounds? So I'm a pretty big beginner at this at 43 years old. So I'm kind of like,
It's okay. It's never too late.
Yeah. And I'm really inspired when I hear other people who do that. Like they've just gone and done it themselves. And so this one is a little bit more, my first album was Rise, and that was just from a live show that I did. And this one is the way I've kind of created the theme for my song is at the end of the year, I do this take back, like I'm going to look back on 2019 and look at 2020 and what's the word for the year that I want. Yeah. And that year it was Rise. And the next year was Shine. And I'm like, oh, my next album is going to be called Shine. And then I ended up writing a song called Shine On anyway. And then this year, I don't remember what my word is for the year. I should probably go back and look.
What if we figure it out?
The word for the year.
Let's be mindful of your word of the year this year.
Fly. It was fly.
Fly?
Yeah. Rise, shine, fly.
You rise like come back from the ashes, right?
Pretty much.
Or rise like a phoenix.
Yeah.
Which one?
I like the phoenix.
You like the phoenix?
Yeah, because there's power there. There's strength.
You're a superhero fan, obviously, from the Avengers.
Yeah, a little bit.
You like the X-Men?
A little bit.
You like Jean Grey?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you like Jean Grey post or pre-Phoenix?
I need to go back and rewatch those movies.
Do you feel like you're Jean Grey before she turns into the Dark Phoenix, or?
I want a powerful, beautiful goddess Phoenix, like all light, like not dark. So
you want to be a powerful, bright, colorful goddess Phoenix.
Yes.
Got you.
That's what I see.
That's your superhero. That's her superhero card, Trev. Okay, that's the move. But when you let's see where we're at. When you write, I wanted to ask you about what kind of piano you have at home.
We were given this beautiful grand piano.
So you really have?
I do have a grand piano.
Wow.
But that's not what I've been recording on. I've been recording just with my Yamaha keyboard that I have because it's easier for me to plug it in and not have distractions of kids or dogs running around the house. Yeah. So, but we have a beautiful grand piano. Honestly, I don't remember the name. It's 102 years old, I think.
Steinberger.
It's something Brothers. It's something Brothers. But I can't remember.
You have a 110-year-old?
101, I think.
101-year-old grand piano in your house.
1919, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's super cinematic.
It's beautiful. And I love what was going on.
How does it feel to just, cinnamon tea?
Yes.
Let me go play my piano.
It's like
now.
cinnamon tea.
It's rainy outside.
And I look right outside when I'm playing. I'm like, this feels so good.
Sweatpants?
Yoga pants.
Yoga pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or leggings.
Cinnamon tea, leggings, rain outside.
Yeah.
101-year-old grand piano.
Mm-hmm. Getting in my vibe.
Feeling like a conduit.
Yes.
Channeling the energies from the universe.
Sometimes I'll put these on or like do my hair and makeup just to really show up and be,
Okay.
Not always, but sometimes I just want to be like, sometimes obviously songs will come in different forms, right? Like in a dream,
Yeah.
My hair's not even brushed at that point. Like it's just at different times. But when I know I really, really want to work at that, then I want to show up and step into that person and like be present and not allow all the other things to get in the way. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
You write for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I also do. I literally just curate my songs kind of for myself and for my friends. If they come over, I'm like, check it out.
Yeah.
They're like, dope, man. But it's really hard to explain what that means to somebody because it sounds selfish, but it's not. Because if it's your non-religion, you're writing for yourself, but it's guiding your entire life and existence and where you're going.
Right.
It's hard to tell somebody, no, I'm making these songs for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak to that a little bit about how you do that?
I do. I think,
Your perspective on it.
well, my perspective on each song is depending on what I'm going through.
Right.
You know, and sometimes I'll be like, I know that there's a song that I want to write, like the message, or that I saw a quote that really empowered me and I really want to instill that in my beliefs. And that's honestly where a lot of my songs have come from. I mean, I remember somebody had given me a little quote that said, you know, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And I have that up on my piano, and I did. And so I wrote a song called Dance in the Rain, and I kind of took the whole premise of that of like, really it is. And I do, I guess NLP and changing our thoughts, right? Reprogramming and reconditioning my thoughts. I put those into words because the more I sing them, the more they become who I am. And so that's really, you know, I really write to empower myself and become who I know I am inside, but who I can really step into. I'm like, this is me and I'm freaking amazing. And like, I want to live that. I want to be that, but I also want to reach other people and
You want to leave your
connect
mark.
them. Yeah.
Leave something behind.
I want to connect people though to that truth, that they can find it within themselves too. Like
Like,
that's
yeah.
what drives me. That's why I do all that I do. That's why I coach cross country. That's why I do NLP. That's why I do my music. I really want people to know that they have that beautiful light inside of them.
You don't want to die with music inside you still.
You know?
What song would you play at your funeral for your friends if they outlive you, and that would really, like, you know, somebody would come in and play it for you? Who would be the artist that would play it on a piano, and what song of yours would they sing to explain you?
It may not be easy, but it will set you free. And who knows, maybe you'll even dance in the rain. I want bet your words I won't let them bring me down. I will always hold my head up high, 'cause I am the queen of my own life. Whether or not I ever get a piece of that pie, and I may not get to choose what's right in front of me, or what is waiting behind every door. But I decide how I'm gonna live my life, and in the end that brings so much more, so much more happiness and sweetness.
Yeah. Hey, stream, I have to apologize. I know. That was my bad. We came back from break. I did not get the sound on properly, but we did get the sound on. But I apologize and I thank you all for helping out and let me know there was no audio. But we got the audio back. So, Sarah, I apologize. They missed the first little part of that song. So, my bad. Technical difficulties. We got a bunch of new stuff going on in the house tonight. It's the first time we've had any audience at all, and we got a very, very small audience, but first time and a lot of different things going on, and so my bad.
But sometimes when you walk into a swinging jazz club late night, you catch a song halfway through.
I think that's what just happened. They
you know
walked
what I mean?
in
They
late
walk in the
night.
door, everybody's like, hey, welcome to the party.
Right.
It's going down. And everybody's having a good time.
Anyhow, thank you all very much for being here. Thanks for giving me the heads up. And Thomas, yes, Thomas Evans says,
Tommy.
Sounding great, Sarah.
Tommy, that's my brother.
Nice.
Hi, Tommy. How you doing tonight?
That means you're official. If he's posting on your show, that means this is what's going on Friday night.
Janine Andrews says, awesome. Ooh, and here's a little treat here. This is a good friend. Lindsay Bassett says, loved it when the audio turned on, but they look amazing. Thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Big shout out to
It's true.
to the Daniel Lorian on the cameras.
That's right.
Let's give a snapper to Daniel Lorian on the cameras.
Danny,
Snapper,
yeah,
snap,
Daniel
snap.
Lorian. We love it. Yeah, so we've got some great camera work. We got some great audio in-house. Again, Middle Rogue Audio providing sound through Cordial Cables this evening. And Mr. Marv Ellis.
Pleasure.
Marvelous. You're marvelous tonight.
Happy to be here.
Just saying.
Just Marv.
Deep Dive from the Hive. Don't
Yeah.
forget to check out, if you haven't seen Sarah's podcast on Deep Dive from the Hive, it's there on YouTube. It's everywhere where you listen to podcasts. So make sure you check it out. Awesome. All right. Well, how do you like having a band behind you there, Sarah?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
Yes. Makes me feel jazzy.
Jazzy.
I'm jazzy.
Yeah.
Jazzy. Hey, I've got to give a shout out. In case you didn't know, on the drums this evening. That's right. On the drums this evening is, that's my father back there. That's right. Mr. Alan Yerish. Oh, ba-dum-bum. That's right. Sitting in with Sarah. Sarah, I've got to ask you, how is it to have these boys behind you? Got Joe on bass and Alan on drums. Is it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel so alive. I don't generally play with a band, so it just feels so much energy, and it's just like, yeah.
Nice.
So
Well,
thank you.
Marv,
Yeah.
as we go back into this, will you please take us, since these people missed your amazing intro back into this second set, will you please take us into that amazing jazz, not so smoky bar?
Okay, we're walking down the stairs from outside. You take off your raincoat. Somebody greets you at the door. The doors swing open. Boom. Slightly smoky, but not too smoky. Old school, back in time. Sarah Dion Brooks is on stage. Dimly lit club. Let's make it happen. You order your favorite martini. Stirred, not shaken, because you're not like James Bond. Sit back. The music starts to play. And here you have more Sarah Dion Brooks.
You've heard on this air like you genuinely care, but it's becoming pretty clear to me. You're always putting others down when they are not around, and yet you call yourself their friend. Always trying to be the best by stepping on all the rest. Does it make you feel better in the end? You hold no power over me, not worth my time and energy. What you think of me is not my concern. Jealousy and bitterness will never bring you happiness. I wonder if you'll ever learn. Will you ever learn? Will you ever learn? Will you ever learn? Ooh. You're fake and you're phony. You make others feel lonely, even when you're right by their side. I used to think that it was me, but that was before I could see. At least I know that I tried. But the price I had to pay for trying to please you every day just made me realize I've wasted time on petty thoughts of unworthiness and stupid plots. Thank God the clouds have lifted from my eyes. You hold no power over me, not worth my time and energy. What you think of me is not my concern. Jealousy and bitterness will never bring you happiness. I wonder if you ever learn. You ever learn? Will you ever learn? Will you ever learn? Ooh. There is no pleasing you unless I do what you want me to do. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not very nice. You reach out a helping hand, but as soon as they can stand, God help them if they don't take your advice. Try loving people for who they are, but be careful how high you set the bar, 'cause you're sure to be let down. It's awfully lonely on the top, but you won't see it unless you stop. But by then no one will even be around. You hold no power over me, not worth my time and energy. What you think of me is not my concern. Jealousy and bitterness will never bring you happiness. I wonder if you ever learn. You hold no power over me, not worth my time and energy. What you think of me is not my concern. Jealousy and bitterness will only bring you loneliness. I wonder if you ever learn. Will you ever learn? Will you ever learn? Will you ever learn?
That's right. They heard that. That's for sure. We've got so many people here shouting out. Melinda Gutierrez says, I love this one. Lindsay actually shouts out and says, so much truth. Beautiful. Yes. Glad you could hear this one, Lindsay. Thank you. Boys, you sound amazing up there. I'm not going to lie. You are backing her up very nicely. And at the same time, your pipes just cut through. How long have you been singing, Sarah? I want to, for those who haven't heard the podcast, because you and Marv go pretty deep on your singing background in the podcast, but yeah.
I've been singing, with most of my life. My family, we sang as a family a lot growing up, and I did choir, two choirs a year every time since 7th grade up until my senior year, and professionally 11 years, but I just love it. I love singing.
Well, Melinda says, you're bleeping amazing.
She knows my story.
Yeah, speaking of bleeping, I just have to say, The podcast might not be safe for work. I'm just saying. You guys, there's a little potty mouth.
I did warn my parents. I said there were some F-bombs in there.
Fantastic. Well, Marv, where are we going to now? There's lots of fans of the intro to the different areas of the nightclub. Where are we moving to next? Like, where's the table like?
We just got another martini.
We just got our drink at the bar. So where are we heading now?
We put that first drink down. We put that first drink down. Now we're smoothing over we're being seated at a table off to the left of the stage. And Sarah's just enchanting on the stage, and the spotlight's on her. And our beautiful guest is looking lovely, but not as lovely as Sarah Dion Brooks on stage. But we try not to make her feel that way. And we order another round of martinis, and we sit back, and here comes the next song.
Staring at the sun, I've been blinded by the light, but I have just begun to discover my new sight, which flows from inside of me. Instead of my eyes, it's my heart that can see the things I've never seen before. It's so right, I want to find more of this world that waits on the other side. I know them being, I no longer hide who I am, who I need to be. Now is the time for me to break free and start living, 'cause I'm no longer bound by the chains that held me down. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly. I'm gonna take a chance. No more ignorance, with no regrets, no asking why. Just doing, living, loving, giving, being the best that I can. My eyes are open, my heart will keep hoping. Someday you might understand. This is who I am. Gonna breathe in the fresh air on my face and explore this new yet familiar place. Each step I take will be just like my first, 'cause I put behind myself all of the worst. And I won't look back, I'll just keep moving on, 'cause what's in the past is already gone. And I won't be headed in the direction where I feel no love and connection to who I am or what I need to be. I'm gonna start living the life that I see in my heart, in my dreams. It's the start of what seems to be a great journey, 'cause I'm no longer bound by the chains that held me down. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly. I'm gonna take a chance. No more ignorance, with no regrets, no asking why. Just doing and living, loving, forgiving, being the best that I can. My eyes are wide open, my heart will keep open. Someday you might understand. This is who I am. And maybe I don't know all the answers, but I'll find the ones I need on the way. I will make my mistakes, but I'll do what it takes. I'll start new every day. I will start new every day. 'Cause I'm no longer bound by the chains that held me spread my wings and fly. I'm gonna take a chance. No more ignorance, with no regrets, no asking why. Just doing, living, loving, giving, being the best that I can. My eyes are wide open, my heart will keep hoping. Someday you might understand that this is who I am. That this is who I am.
Fantastic. This is who you are. That's it, right there. Marv, Dan Kennedy says, Marv, I like that ninja appearance. Yes.
This one?
See sound effects even. Yes, that's right.
Skibbity-bop-doo-bop.
Hey, so I asked Sarah, and boys, you don't have a mic back there, but you could just use an expression and maybe a hand gesture. How much fun are you guys having back there? I saw some smiles being exchanged. Yeah, you guys are in the groove back there.
In the
Yeah.
groove, Jackson.
Grooving.
We're having a good time. You having a good time now? Oh, I'm having an outstanding time.
Outstanding in your field. You are. If you're enjoying the show tonight, don't forget to go to thehivve.com/contribute, and you can be a part of bringing more music like this to this stage and to your ears and to your eyeballs. That's right. Mark,
Could be.
Mark,
Why not?
that must be the Sundance Whiskey speaking. Coming to you from Grants Pass, Oregon. That's right. I may, as you can see, it is no longer a fresh bottle.
But you're sharing. You're a sharing person.
I'm a sharing, I care. I share because I care.
Go make some noise for Trevor just making this whole thing happen in the first place.
Oh,
This
you guys
wouldn't
are
happen
too
without
sweet.
Trevor.
Too kind, too sweet.
Air
Thank
horns.
you. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Was that your air horn?
At a Sarah Dion Brooks show, we're air horning on.
Was that your air horn?
Let's stop talking.
Okay,
We
so
need to stop
Marv,
talking.
back to the jazz club.
Back to the
Where are we
jazz.
heading to next? What's going next?
So your lady's slightly jealous because you're totally into the music, and she thinks you're into Sarah Dion Brooks, but you're really into the music and the vibe. And the waiter comes over and says, "What do you want? Let's start off with some appetizers. Let's get some tasty appetizers on the table right now, Sarah. Let's go."
When I looked into your eyes, my heart skipped a beat. Didn't take long to realize that your love would knock me off of my feet. Well, you caught me when I fell and you held me tight. You told me you weren't going anywhere. Well, I knew right then that I was safe at last, 'cause I knew that you were there. I'm in my safe place. When you're holding me, I'm in my safe place. There's no place I'd rather be than having you here with me, with your arms around me. When you wrap me up in your embrace, it quiets all the voices in my head. They can seem loud, but then I see your face and I turn into your love instead. And when I wake up in the morning and I look at you, you smile and you pull me in. I just find myself getting closer to you. It's my favorite way for my day to begin. I'm in my safe place. understand me. Oh, you take the time to listen to what I say. Baby, I love us together. I got you and you got me. Oh, you got me. I got you and you got me. I'm in my safe place when you're holding me. I'm in my safe place. There's no place I'd rather be than having you here with me, with your arms around me, then with you here with me. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Outstanding in your field. Yes, this is amazing. Oh, and there's Ninja Marv again. Yes, as if he was there the whole time. Just so you all know, my father, Alan, who is currently the drummer, also runs one of the cameras. So while he is now on stage, Mr. Marv Ellis is running one of the cameras.
To be honest with you, I'm just following the Danny Lorian's lead.
It's so
in the way.
fun. You guys are amazing.
This is fun.
Yeah. We actually, Daniel Lorian is quite an accomplished cinematographer. We are blessed to have him on camera. So super stoked.
Truly.
Lots of shout outs here. I'm going to go ahead and just say Mara Genara. I probably butchered that name. But Mara says, Sarah, your music makes this world a better place.
Hey.
Thank you. Yes. And Joe Lee says, Trevor is awesome. What, me? I mean, thanks, but thank you, Joe. I really, truly appreciate that. But the awesome is all on stage tonight. The awesome is all on stage tonight. And let's see. Janine says, Sarah, you run, you play instruments, you sing. What is something you don't do? Something challenging for you?
Skydiving.
Oh.
Skydiving.
Heights.
Hey, it's something you got to do once, Sarah. One time in your life, go jump out of a plane that isn't crashing.
That isn't crashing.
It's just, I'm just going to say, it's worth it. I've done it. It's amazing. Janine also says, ooh, nice. This goes well with my Pendleton. Cheers to you, Janine. If you have a drink out there this evening, please raise up your glass. That's right, like Mr. Marv Ellis
It could be water, it could be cinnamon tea.
It could be
doesn't
water,
matter.
cinnamon tea. That's right. It could be decaf coffee, whatever it is. Take a sip. Here's to you, and here's to this amazing night with Sarah Dion Brooks. All right, Marv, where are we going to next?
I mean, at this point, we're all just in awe. She's taken control of the entire club. And, you know, it's time to just get out of the way and let her take over and just feel those feels off this music. Let's go.
Darkness of night wraps itself around me. I get lost in fearful thoughts of what I cannot see. I know the sun will rise again and take those fears away. With darkness gone, it's the start of a brand new day. When the darkness of life takes a hold on me, there are times when I feel I cannot break free. That's when I clear my head and I take a deep breath in. I'm gonna be like a sun, I'm gonna rise again. I get knocked down or I fall on my face, I'm gonna get back up, wipe off my knees and stand in my place. Sticks and stones may break my bones and words may cut like a knife, but I'm not gonna let anything keep me down. I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna rise. Ooh, I'm gonna rise. I'm gonna rise. I'm gonna rise. rooted in the cold hard ground. The heart of the seed is trapped without making a sound. It cracks and breaks, and as it makes its way towards the light, it struggles, but it knows that this way is right. It shoots out of the ground and reaches for the sun. It shows the world that a new life has begun. But once as a seed has become a tree, and the strength of the seed is now planted in me. When I get knocked down or I fall on my face, I'm gonna get back up, wipe off my knees and stand in my place. Sticks and stones may break my bones and words may cut like a knife, but I'm not gonna let anything keep me down. I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna rise. Ooh, I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna rise. When I get knocked down or I fall on my face, I'm gonna get back up and stand in my place. 'Cause sticks and stones may break my bones and words may cut like a knife, but I'm not gonna let anything keep me down. I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna rise. Ooh, I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna rise.
You have risen. Yes, you have. You did rise. That was amazing. Thank you. That was so good. Here's to you and all the amazing happening on stage. Sarah, are you having fun? Is this what you hoped it would be this evening?
Better than I imagined. I almost wish I could take all of you guys to every show. I think it would be a lot more lively. But, I don't get paid that much. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys. This is so amazing. Thank you, everyone, for being here and watching. I love it.
Oh, awesome. We've got, there's so many shout outs happening. I've got to share. Let's see here.
You're not breaking the internet, but you sure are cracking it.
There we go. So my uncle, Howard, says, sounding great, Sarah. Joe's thumping a tat-tatting. Splendidly.
Yeah.
And there's something special about that there drummer. That's right. That's my Uncle Howard. Shout out. Love ya. Trevor Hanks says, Yerish name equals insane talent. Thanks, Trevor. There's something about the Trevor name as well, I'm just saying. Trevor Hanks been on our stage, and he's incredible as well.
He is incredible.
Twice, actually. Lindsay Bassett says, agreed, Sarah is awesome. Couldn't agree more. Janine Andrews says, skydiving is worth it. Take it seriously. Take this advice seriously. Step outside of yourself and go skydiving. Just do it. Shad wants you to, I can tell. Shad, should she go skydiving? Have you been skydiving, Shad?
No, she met Jesus when she went ziplining.
Oh. And Trevor, one more shout out from Trevor says, sing it, girl. Your voice, and then all the smile emojis with hearts you can imagine. Yeah, definitely. Do you know Trevor?
Yes.
Okay. Trevor's a fantastic human being.
And his band at Applebee's a long time ago.
Ooh,
yes,
yeah.
Every Saturday night.
That's fantastic. His wife is an incredible vocalist as well, like that. Yeah. So, anyhow, Marv.
So you ordered your tacos for your appetizer, and you're crunching them, and it's going down, and the music continues, and suddenly you notice that your lady date you brought is kind of eyeballing Joe Dankowitz. Because she's never seen a man with such a tailored suit before. And she wonders, but then you say, hey, let's focus our attention on what's going on.
Tiffany actually says, no, don't do it. She was referring to something else, but just now it fit, so I put it up on the screen.
Play on, Sarah. Play on.
you gonna do? Well, nothing can grow without a fight. We don't learn if everything is always right. So here's a lesson if you want to grow. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. Oh, 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 oh. So why should you let it hurt when it just feels like you're rolling in the dirt? Wouldn't it be easier to just hide all that pain? Well, maybe for a while till you're faced with yet another trial, and the pain just keeps on coming right back up again. You gotta face that pain right down to the core. It's there to teach you. There is so much more to learn, and the pain will have to help you grow. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. Oh, 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 oh. And I know it's not easy to feel, but that's what you do if you really wanna heal. That's how the cycle of pain can end. 'Cause hurt people, but heal people can't help heal people. So why don't we start a new trend? You gotta face that pain right down to the core. It's there to teach you. There is so much more to learn, and the pain is there to help you grow. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. You gotta let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh.
Yeah. I heard that yeah from way downtown over there. Another someone another big fan of, a good friend, an old friend, Mr. Dave Hegdahl. Just wanted to give a shout out to you. Dave is a big part of my love of music. I got to sing with Dave in swing choir back in high school. I actually started with you in the 6th grade in band, and played saxophone with Mr. Dave Hegdahl, and then moved into singing with Dave. And Joe, you played some bass in the swing choir, right? So Joe and I go back to high school, and actually, yeah, was it high school or middle school? High school, yeah. And so Joe and I have played together. Dave has been a massive influence for a lot of people in music in the Rogue Valley. Oh, and video, yeah. Actually, okay, so that's funny. That's funny. That's a good story too. Way back in my freshman year of high school, Dave Hegdahl introduced me to live mixing video. So full circle, here we are, and it was VHS. That's right. VHS. I got the live mix, the like news show that started the day for everyone at school. So anyways, this one's to Dave Hegdahl. I know there's many of you out there watching right now who know Dave Hegdahl. Thank you, Dave, for everything you've done for this community. Yes. Awesome. All right, Marv. I'm gonna say that this little addition is gonna have to. It's sticking. It's sticking. I love where you take us.
Fantasy holodeck.
It
Sweet
really is
Worlds.
amazing. It's just amazing. And this is why Marv Ellis.
I'm on
this
a
is why
Deep
you have
Space
to
Nine
come.
holodeck suite right now, watching Sarah Dion Brooks.
That's right. And this is why if you're watching right now and there is even a single episode of Deep Dive from the Hive that you have not listened to or watched on YouTube, you need to do it. This man is amazing. He's great at digging into people's stories. How much time do you spend a week just like doing research on the guests that you interview?
Just wake up on Sundays and drink at least 2 espressos and get caffeinated, and then just go to town.
There it is.
Try to find the good stuff.
And it is good stuff.
It helps when people write like you do with your website, sarahdionbrooks.com, right? And there you can read your blogs, and it was easy to do research on you because you word what you think and the way you write things so well. So it was cool.
Yeah, and in addition to that, being a songwriter, your way with the words is amazing, and that alludes to what you do professionally as well, as a NLP practitioner, master practitioner, and neuro-linguistic programming for all those that don't know. Sarah, as a songwriter, does that play into your songwriting?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm reprogramming thoughts I want to think into my songs, and so that I sing them and I learn them and they become who I am. So they've been playing a part. I think probably before I knew what NLP really was. I mean, like you and I talked about during the podcast, like it's kind of something, you're just flipping a switch, you're changing your words around, you're grasping a hold of what you want to believe in rather than, what you don't want. Focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. And I do that through my music. So,
amazing. Well,
So
Marv, take us deeper into this jazz club.
At this point in the club, you've had a massive epiphany and you realize you don't need to drink anymore. You need to cover the hurt. You just need to heal, and you need to learn to love. So you've changed your whole perspective, and now you're really into Sarah Dion Brooks. You just stop ordering the espresso teenies. You don't need to drink anymore because you got to heal inside before you take your car out the garage again. And you realize how deep what she's saying on stage is. Then you really start focusing on what she's doing, and you're really curious what she's going to do next. Jazz.
Looking ahead, I see a long and winding road. Behind me, the road from where I came. I know where I've been, and I know what I've seen, and I know that I don't want to live the same. I've climbed many hills, looking to get to the other side, that I missed what was right before my eyes. 'Cause I couldn't see what was right in front of me when my eyes were looking at the prize. I used to dream of greener grass than the grass I was walking in, till I learned I had the water all along. That's when I found that we live life from within, and I had been seeing life all wrong. It's the journey, not the destination we see. It's each step we take along the way. It's the people, it's the laughter, it's the moments that we're after. So slow down and find the good in today. Waited for the time to pass me by, searching for something I seemed to lack. It was time that I lost, and time was what it cost, and I could never get it back. I used to dream of greener grass and the grass I was walking in, till I learned I had the water all along. That's when I found that we live life from within, and I had been seeing life all wrong. It's the journey, not the destination we seek. It's each step we take along the way. It's the people, it's the laughter, it's the moments that we're after. So slow down and find the good in today. Find the good, it's there. Find the good, it is there. Find the good, it's there. You gotta train your mind to find it. Find the good, it's there. And when you find it, you will know better way. You will find a better way. It's the journey, not the destination we see. It's each step we take along the way. It's the people, it's the laughter, it's the moments that we're after. Time for embracing all the things we're facing, not taking things for granted, spreading love across the planet. Memories we're weaving, the past we are leaving, sitting and laughing with a good friend, finding hope and love again, watching the sunrise on a summer day, watching your child laugh and play, taking a walk with one you love, looking at the stars above, learning to stand after you fall. There's so much good in it all, so much good in it all. Slow down and find the good today. Slow down and find the good today.
Yeah. Snap, snap, snap. All of the things. I have to say, I love, there's another precious person to me in this room. That is my mother. She has not been able to come see a show here for many, many, many moons due to COVID. But this evening, my father's playing, and we're in a position where we could have just a couple of people in house. And so my mother's here joining us this evening. I love you, Mom.
Love you.
That's right.
On International
Thank you so much.
What's that?
International Women's Month, you got your mom here.
I know.
That's cool.
Yeah. Joe to Joe. It's the cross-country, cross-room Joe wave, yes. Sarah, how you feeling up there?
I'm amazing.
Tonight is all about Sarah Dion Brooks.
Thank you.
And we're so happy to have you tonight. And there's another very important person in the room tonight, and that is Mr. Shad Shriver. He is he's a man that brings a lot of light to your eyes and sparkle in your life. And hearing your podcast, I could tell what an amazing man he is. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Shad. Glad you're able to join us this evening, Shad.
Shad Shriver.
Janine Andrew says, love Joe. All of the Joes in the room. This is the Joe without an E, so. But I'm pretty sure she loves the Joe with an E as well. Awesome. Well, we hope that you're all enjoying the evening. How many do we have left this evening?
This is the last one.
Oh, this is the last,
is the last
one. Oh, my heart just. It's the best song ever? Oh, wow. Okay, so my mother says this is the best song ever. Okay? So just for y'all. And my mom, I know my mom's heard these songs a million times in the last handful of weeks because my dad is backing Sarah up. So my dad's been listening to all these songs. So my mom fell in love with this song. So this song from my mom is dedicated to you all out there. Sarah, thank you so much for joining our stage this evening.
Thank you so much.
You've brought grace and elegance to this stage, and love your music. That's right. So, Marv.
What? Oh, yeah, you're in the club.
This is the last song of the evening. This is the last song of the evening. Tell us what happens in the club. What's the vibe in the club when the announcement for last call and last song happens?
I mean, with all these Joes in the room, all that's left to do is have a cup of Joe for the drive home and say goodnight to the sweet Sarah Dion Brooks. Take us home, Sarah. Take us home.
That when it rains it will pour. At times I've wondered if I can take any more, but I say stop and turn it all around. Do I want to get back up or just stay there on the ground? I gotta be mindful of the words I tell myself. It's the words that are getting in my way. Those words will make or break you, so I gotta be careful what I think and say. 'Cause life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. I'm gonna get wet, I'm gonna feel some pain, and I can see the storm for what it really is. A chance to learn and grow, there is so much to gain. Like dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain. So when the storm feels a little hard to bear, I'll find the words I want to say, and I will be aware. I will listen to the words on how they make me feel. They have the chance to hurt me or the chance to heal. 'Cause life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. I'm gonna get wet, I'm gonna feel some pain, and I can see the storm for what it really is. A chance to learn and grow, there is so much to gain. Like dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain, oh, dancing in the rain. I will own it, I'm strong, I can do no wrong, I don't fail, I only learn and grow. I do better every day, I look for a better way. The more I try, the more I know that life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. I'm gonna get wet, I'm gonna feel some pain, and I can see the storm for what it really is. A chance to learn and grow, there is so much to gain. Like dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain, oh I know. Dancing in the rain. Dancing in the rain, oh I love dancing in the rain. Oh, dancing in the rain. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much for this amazing, amazing night. We appreciate you for being here. Sarah, any final words to your amazing fans out there? Like this one here, that's Gamer Hatch, that says, I remember when this song was written, so memorable hearing this. Lindsay Bassett says, love it, with the little like rain emoji and the and the umbrella and the hearts. Janine says, thank you to all of the Irishes, Joe Dinkowitz, and of course, Sarah. Fabulous evening. Mr. Marv Ellis, Daniel Lorian. That's right. Thank you to Middle Rogue Audio, Joe Dinkowitz. Brian, thank you very much for your help when Joe was on stage. Brian, who likes to stay in the shadows over here and just help keep the music going. And Cordial Cables, thank you for participating and partnering with us. This is an amazing night. This has been an amazing ride for us. Sarah, you get the last words this evening.
I just want to say thank you so much to the Hivve, to Marv, to everyone that was involved in this beautiful project. It's been such a beautiful week. I've been on this happy high all week, like excited, and it just topped it off. Thank you so much for showing up here on Facebook and YouTube, and whether it was tonight or tomorrow or whenever you get to see it, thank you. Thank you for listening, and I want to send love to all of you. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Amazing. It's been so awesome. Thank you. Here we
Good
go.
job, Joe.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Impressive, man. You've been doing sound this whole time, and you step up with the upright like that. It sounded good. Good job, man. Looking dapper.
Sarah, I did tell you the last word. One more word. At least one word.
One word.
There it is. One word, everybody.